After one example for your better understanding, then in today's class we are trying to adjust the different types of accounting equation. So accounting equation with the help of example, you all are trying to solve that problem. So can we start class now, because now 12:02. So I hope you all enjoying today's class. Now I am going to start class with my slides. After these slides, then we are trying to use some examples or discuss some examples of accounting equation for better understanding of what type of entries changes the accounting equation, and from journal entries. So start करते हैं. My screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, because this is a basic concept and you all have to understand this concept. Today's topic, I have discussed two topics. First is types of accounting basis, and second is accounting equation. So what do you mean by different types of bases, and what is the importance of these types of bases? Why in accounting we use cash cash की spelling है. Cash basis and accrual basis. Cash basis and accrual basis, because these are the two common methods which will be used by different types of vendors for preparing their financial statement. So what do you mean by cash basis accounting? So cash basis accounting is an accounting system in which transactions are recorded when cash is received or paid. Rightly said by one student, because we consider only those type of items into our accounting which is directly related to the cash. Under this system, we are not entertain these type of expenses, outstanding expenses or prepaid expenses, and accrued income and other types of advance incomes. It means revenue is recognized or receipt of cash. So we consider, vendor consider only those type of revenue which they received in cash or which they paid in cash. Likewise, expenses are recorded as incurred when they have been paid. So understand, credit, there is no scope of addition of credit. They can't even entertain any type of advance or credit type of expenses or advance type of incomes. So difference between the total income and total expenses represent profit or loss of a business. Right? So what is the main basic? What do you understand by different types of these expenses? So first, what do you mean by outstanding expenses? Because under cash basis system of accounting, or you are using accrual base of accounting, then you have to understand these four type of income or expenses. So two are expenses related, two are income related. So first is outstanding expenses. So what do you mean by outstanding expenses? Any student who can give some light on this concept?
Sir, the expenses are due but not paid yet.
Outstanding expenses are those type of expenses which have become due during the accounting period but which they have not been paid. That means if you are preparing the accounting or financial statement of suppose year 2019-20, that expense is related to before March of 2020 or 19 or 20, but they are not paid. That means that is as a liability, they are shown in their balance. But in under cash basis system, they are, under cash basis system, vendor is not entertained outstanding expenses. What do you mean by prepaid expenses? Yes?
Sir, when
The
expenses.
expenses which are paid but not due yet.
Very. Expenses which those type of expenses which have been paid in advance. Suppose in March, before March 2020, any customer paid expenses in advance for July 2020. So that is cross the accounting year of 1920 and enter in the 21-22. Clear हो गया? What do you mean by accrued income?
Sir, income earned but not received.
But not received. Very good. So under accrued income is an income which has been earned during the accounting year period but not received till time at the end of that accounting year. It means accrued income. Suppose you earned income in February 2020 and you are preparing the financial statement of 1920. That is closes on 31st of March. That is due on February, but till 31st March you have not received that type of income. That is accrued. And income received in advance. Yes. Income received in advance means
For the income that we have received in advance and the services or the goods are yet to be provided, it's a liability for us.
right. So income which has been received before it has been earned. For example, goods to be sold or services to be rendered in future, but you will receive that payment in advance. Okay? That means after completion or before completion of any task, you will receive that income. That is income received in advance. So under cash basis accounting system, vendor or before preparation or after preparation of financial statement, under this system, they are not considered these all four types of two incomes and two expenses. So they don't consider outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income or income received in advance. Clear? Yes? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So next, what are the advantages of cash basis accounting method? Because various vendors use this method and prepare their accounting statements or financial statements with considering by these methods. So number first, because here the vendor is catching or vendor is considering only cash basis type of transactions. So it is simple basis of accounting because adjustment is not required. They will enter only those items which have to be paid or earned in the cash. So it is simplest method of accounting. So this is an advantage. Second, this approach is more objective as very few estimates and judgments are required, because in future whether you have not received your bills receivable in market and that is converted into bad debts, this type of approach is not applicable because here they entered only those, consider those type of transaction which is purely cash related items. And third, this basis of accounting is suitable for those enterprise where most of transactions are on cash basis, such as because of expansion in their different types of customers. Sometimes general stores also provide credit type of facility. Yes or no? But in simple market or simple general store, they are not providing cash type of facility or credit type of facility to their vendors. They are using this method for betterment and clear, because this is the simplest method. Only they are entered cash or they will, what type of payment, they will put that payment in cash. So this is only related or only benefited for those who is using transaction only on cash basis.
Sir, can you please explain last slide, second point?
Last slide means the basic accounting is suitable for those enterprises such as
sir, sorry to interrupt. Second point, sir.
The approach is more objective as very few estimates and judgments are required, because in this type of accounting or basis of accounting, you have to enter or entertain only cash basis receipt and payments. That's why only few estimates and judgments means then you don't put your various time or various types of logics, because you will enter only or entertain only cash items.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
So this is an easiest way. Disadvantages of cash basis accounting. First disadvantage is because our financial statements, when prepared on a particular period, they are related to, if you are in business, then you know how credit type of business is important for survival of business. That's why only cash basis accounting is not prepared or not given a true or fair view of profit or loss. Right? Second, it doesn't follow the matching concept, because matching concept, according to matching concept of accounting, what is the meaning of concept? Revenue generation and expenses incurred should be matched at the end of accounting year or financial year or period, accounting period. But due to this cash concept, they will consider only cash basis items or cash basis receipt or payment. That's why they are discontinue, or they are not follow the matching concept of account, because business in today's time of globalization or expansion of business, if you want to expand your business, then credit facility providing is must for development or expansion for, this is a demand for expansion. That's why this concept is declined here. The third, because system does not distinguish between capital and revenue items, because they are just operating day-to-day business, they take cash and payment. So every item in cash, so they are not distinguished between capital and revenue items. So there is no consistency in the profit of 2 years or 2 or more years. So they also not follow the conventions of consistency in their statements, financial statements. So clear? Any student have any doubt regarding accounting? So this is the simplest method which provide true value, but not follow all the accounting principles. That's why this type of technique or this type of basis of accounting followed by small type of vendors. Right? This is an example. Example, you can calculate within a minute, then I will disclose you solution. Okay, so during the financial year 2018-19, Ramesh had a cash sale of 3,50,000 and credit sale of rupees 1,30,000. His expenses for the year were rupees 2,40,000, out of which 60,000 is still to be paid. So, according to cash basis accounting, calculate Ramesh income for 2018-19. Yes?
1,70,000.
Simple solution, because here we are only operating cash. So, cash sales 3,50,000 less expenses. Total expense 2,40,000 minus credit expenses 60,000, that is 1,80,000. So net income of Ramesh on due date is rupees 1,70,000, because Ramesh is following cash basis system of accounting. Clear हो गया? Yes? Any doubt by anybody?
No, sir.
Simple है, but ये method important है इसलिए कराना है. Accrual basis. So what do you mean by accrual is discussed. So under this system, accounting income is recorded as income when it is earned or accrued. Suppose you sold your bicycle to any person for 5,000, but that person is not returned amount to you, but that sale is considered under accrued basis of accounting. Here I am providing an example of rent. Rent for month of March 2019 has not been paid. It will still be recorded as an expense because it had become due on March 2019. Clear हो गया method? Yes? Method is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the advantage or different type of advantage involved under this system of accounting? Because this system is accounting have a logic, have a standard, and more scientific or mathematical by nature. That's why ample of businessmen or vendors are approaching and using this accounting accrual basis of accounting for making of their financial statement because of these advantages. Number first, it is more scientific compared to cash basis of accounting and hence is preferred by accountants because this is more scientific and using more or mathematical concepts and also put some logics. That's why this is the first advantage. Second, this basis of accounting shows a complete picture of financial transaction of the business as it takes into account the effect of all transactions. Because in an accounting year, there are various types of expenses or revenue generated before the period, but they mattered in that present time or they are connected with that present accounting year. That's why various types of adjustments are the part of accounting under this system of accounting accrual basis. Vendor include all those type of transactions which are related to that particular time period. That's why this transaction relating to a period as well as adjustment like expenses, prepaid expense, outstanding expense, income advance or accrued income. Next is this basis disclose correct profit or loss because under accrual basis system they are shown they will show a true picture of that particular accounting year, whether in that accounting year the company is ascertain or generate profit or loss. That is they show this system or basis show the correct picture of profit or loss, and it reflects true picture of profit and loss for a particular period and also exhibit true financial position of the business on a particular day. If person want to know the profit or loss in December after third quarter, then under this system they will include all type of adjustment and also show the true picture on 31st of December because under accrual basis they are trying to incorporate all type of those transactions which are related to that particular tenure. So second disadvantages, because every coin has two faces. If there is an advantage, then there is a disadvantage. So first disadvantage is this system is not simple as cash basis of accounting because there is very much you have to add adjustments. Vendor have to add all type of credit type of income and expenses also. Second, the accounting process is too elaborate because of various adjustment or because of various transaction and put scientific logic and logical type of accounting. This accounting is elaborated or expensive. A quick appraisal of profit and loss is not possible because that's why government of company law board provided all limited firms they will publish or submit their audited data, audited accounting data to company law board before 30th of June. Why 30th of June? When accounting over on 31st of March, because these 3 months they will adjust all types of outstanding or advanced type of payments or expenses. After all adjustment, they will present audited balance sheet, audited all types of financial statement, submit a copy after audited sheet submitted to company law board before 30th of June, and after that they will pay or they will calculate the how much tax they will pay to the government. So with this third point, a quick appraisal of profit and loss is not possible because of adjustment we disclose all type of disadvantages through accrual basis of accounting. So, example. Simple example, that example repeated here on next basis. During the financial year 2018-19, Ramesh had paid cash sales of rupees 3,50,000 and credit sales of rupees 1,30,000. His expenses for the year were 2,40,000, out of which 60,000 is still to be paid. So under accrual based accounting system, they will take 350 lakh plus 130 credit sale because total sales rupees 480 shown under accrual basis less total expenses of that year is 2,40,000. So net income of that particular time tenure is 2,40,000 rupees. So this type of question solving or method used in accrual base where they use credit also or outstanding incomes also. They include all types of income or revenue related to that period in any form. Clear? Yes. This slide is over. Any doubt by anybody on the basis of this?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Peter.
Sir, in accrual basis, we make a differentiation between capital and revenue income, but in cash basis, we do not. So, but why then through that, why is there inconsistency in profit in cash basis?
Because in accrual basis accounting, we include all type of transactions. Suppose in this method, we also shown different types of adjustment in capitals also, in assets also. So our formattings or we prepare when financial statement, we include all type of transactions, whether they are related to suppose a depreciation. So our asset values decline by after deduction of that depreciation. Or in this system, because how consistency followed by this system, because this system adjusts all type of transaction incurred or outstanding type of expenses included. That's why consistency and capital problems are not arise in this system, because they will follow every format, each type of format. Under cash basis, they will include suppose only cash type of items. That's why some items is not included because of outstanding. But in accrual basis, we include all type of adjustments also. That's why consistency and capital type of adjustment is not a problem for this system. That is logical, right? So that this system is fully proved and logical, and all type of mathematical calculation included within the period. As right?
Okay, sir.
Any other doubt? Can we move for next practical of accounting equation, where you have to understand ki what type of system or what type of entry changes the accounting equation. So this is the question and this is the your accounting equation. How can we how can you understand? Suppose according to the question, Rakesh commences business with cash, right, for rupees 1,50,000. So how can we enter this transaction into this accounting equation? And what type of changes arise here? Because every entry will shown balance between this. So this is practical, and this is an important practical for before starting transactions related to journal entry. So I hope I am providing a better solution and you all understand what type of changes happened in this equation after entering entries. Right? So can we start the solution? or you all are invited for participation. What type of changes when I am trying to enter? So this entry, I am starting question from upper side. है बेटा आपको रेडी हो सभी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. So this is the balanced accounting equation. With this accounting equation, how you will start this equation and what type of entries. So those students who are doing or who are entering first time starting to do practical, so how they will enter, that's why this is a basic first entry. What is the impact of first entry in this transaction? इसको छोटा करते धीरे धीरे आइटम्स ऐड करते जाएंगे. So first entry, please.
So
This
there will
entry
be
here.
increase in cash of
So
1
Rakesh commence business. So we are preparing accounting equation for Rakesh. So Rakesh business start करते हैं ₹1,50,000. So company के पास assets की जगह हम यहाँ पर कुछ items include करते जाते हैं बेटा, ठीक है, for better understanding of concepts. तो यहाँ पर मैं ये करता हूँ कि एक टेबल बना देता हूँ आपके लिए ताकि आपको items भी clear होते जाए. ये आइटम्स यहाँ पर यूज होंगे. तो फर्स्ट हम लोग ये कर देते हैं यहाँ पर ये 3 4 मर्ज कर देते हैं इसको और इधर मर्ज कर देते. ठीक है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड असेट्स एंड दिस इज, ठीक है, असेट्स एंड लाइबिलिटीज. अब यहाँ पर जो भी एसेट्स होगा यहाँ इंक्लूड करता जाऊंगा, आपको दिखता जाएगा और हम लोग बैलेंस लेके चलते हैं. सो असेट्स इज इक्वल टू लायबिलिटीज. तो फर्स्ट आइटम क्या इंपैक्ट डालेगा? एनी स्टूडेंट?
कैश.
यहाँ पर तो फर्स्ट आइटम मैंने यहाँ डाला, ऑल्दो तो हम इसे प्लस करते हैं बट यहाँ पर बिकॉज ऑफ योर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग वी यूज कैश. सो कैश में कितना आ जाएगा? ये आइटम डालता हूँ
1.5 लाख.
हो गया फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में 1,50,000 और लाइबिलिटी साइड बिकॉज लाइबिलिटीज प्लस कैपिटल. तो यहाँ पर हम फर्स्ट आइटम इंक्लूड करते हैं कैपिटल. नहीं आएगा पूछते जाना. ऑल आइटम्स आर इन रुपीज. लिख रहे 1,50,000. यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? कैन बी एंटर सेकेंड आइटम. जब हम इसमें ऐड करते हैं तो यहाँ पर वैसे आप बनाओगे तो बैलेंस शो करना होगा कि बैलेंस क्या शो करें. तो बैलेंस हम लोग मैच दिखा रहे हैं, मैच दिस बिटवीन असेट्स. सो फर्स्ट एंट्री. सेकेंड एंट्री रीड करो. फर्नीचर परचेज फॉर कैश. सो फर्नीचर परचेज फॉर कैश. तो ये कहां पर एंट्री करेगी? फर्नीचर परचेज किया हमने तो ऐड फर्नीचर. सो सेकेंड एंट्री we deduct cash by ₹20,000 and plus 20,000 for furniture. Clear? It will not provide any impact on capital because furniture is purchased by cash. तो यहाँ पर अब हम ऐड करना शुरू कर देंगे न्यू इक्वेशन. ठीक है, यहाँ छोटा सा लिखता हूँ ताकि आपको सिर्फ दिखता रहे. न्यू इक्वेशन. सो आफ्टर एंटरिंग दिस व्हाट विल बी द न्यू इक्वेशन? क्या बना आपका?
So 1,30,000.
1,30,000 plus 20,000 फर्नीचर। टोटल अमाउंट अगर आप चेक करोगे तो बैलेंस्ड है अभी नहीं है? न्यू इक्वेशन बैलेंस्ड है अभी तक? असेट्स इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now we enter.
Yes.
Okay. What is entry number 3? Entry number 3 C, ये दूसरा भी हो गया कंप्लीट। थर्ड, परचेज गुड्स फॉर महेश फ्रॉम महेश ऑन क्रेडिट। परचेज गुड्स फ्रॉम महेश ऑन क्रेडिट, दैट मीन्स क्रेडिट स्टार्ट हो गया यहाँ पर। तो क्रेडिट स्टार्ट होने से हम लोग क्या करेंगे?
So
Creditors.
liabilities में creditors add कर देंगे।
परचेज गुड्स, वेरी गुड। तो गुड्स को हम क्या बोलते हैं बेटा? जब स्टार्टिंग में
Purchase.
So stock और inventory.
स्टॉक बोला हमने और इन्वेंट्री बोल सकते हो, वेरी गुड। एंड हियर वी ओपन क्रेडिटर्स बिकॉज ही परचेज गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट, राइट? सो ये क्रेडिट हम यहाँ पर स्टार्ट कर देते हैं। तो क्रेडिटर्स जब एंटर करेंगे तो परचेज गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट, तो परचेज गुड्स करोगे तो क्या एंट्री बनेगी आपकी? 25,000 स्टॉक के अंदर इंक्रीज हो गए। 25,000 इंक्रीज्ड इन स्टॉक एंड 25,000 के लाइबिलिटीज भी आ गई। यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
तो ये एंट्री खत्म हो गई। नाउ द न्यू इक्वेशन। न्यू इक्वेशन क्या बनी यहाँ पर? अब हमारे पास कैश है 1,30,000 का, आपके पास फर्नीचर, फर्नीचर अब कितने का आ गया आपके पास? 20,000 का। इसको हम लोग बोल्ड कर देते हैं ताकि ये इक्वेशंस आपको भी अलग से दिखती रहे, हर ट्रांजैक्शन का फर्क क्या पड़ रहा है। ये रहा। तो 20 का कैपिटल है 150 और क्रेडिटर है 25,000।
And
अगर
the
आप
stock
चेक
is also for 25.
करोगे तो बोथ साइड की इक्वेशन 175 है, 1,75,000। नाउ वी एंटर्ड नंबर 4, इक्वेशन नंबर 4। सो इक्वेशन नंबर 4 इज सोल्ड गुड्स कॉस्टिंग 10,000 टू मोहन फॉर कैश 14,000। तो यहाँ पर 14,000 आपके पास कैश आ रहा है। तो यहाँ पर स्टार्ट करो, इस क्वेश्चन को समझो पहले। टाइटल नंबर 4 सोल्ड, आपने कितने का कॉस्टिंग बेचा? गुड्स कितने का यहाँ से डिलीट किया?
10,000.
10,000। तो अब यहाँ पर ये दिख रहा है स्टॉक, स्टॉक में डालो माइनस 10,000। एक आपको रिसीव हुआ अमाउंट, बहुत थोड़ा छोटा कर देता हूँ इसको। दिख रहा है अभी इतने पे? हेलो?
Yes, sir, दिख रहा है।
ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन इसी पे पेज पे है, ठीक है? तो ये रहा आपके पास कैश और ये रहा स्टॉक। तो स्टॉक आपने देखा, इसको भी छोटा कर देते हैं, आपको इसके ना पीपीटी वो भेज दूंगा, पीपीटीज और ये क्वेश्चन। फोर्थ इज 14,000 अमाउंट इज रिसीव्ड इन कैश, सो प्लस 14,000 माइनस 10,000 बिकॉज कॉस्टिंग अमाउंट 10,000, तो 14 और 10 गया 4,000 रुपीज। सो 4,000 इज एडेड इन कैपिटल।
Capital.
ज्यादा मेहनत मुझे लगता है आपकी क्लास में करनी नहीं पड़ेगी, काफी बच्चों को समझ आएगा। सो अब टोटल एक अगर अकाउंटिंग क्वेश्चन करें तो कितना हो गया? आफ्टर फोर्थ एंट्री 1,44,000 इज कैश and 20,000 is furniture और 25 minus 10 15,000 goods। तो 140 for 15 20 35, तो टोटल कितना हो रहा है? यहाँ पर 1,30,000 54,000 और 25 कर रहे हैं? यस, मैच हो रहा है ना? ये 154, 20, 179 और ये 35 प्लस 44, 179. तो आफ्टर फोर्थ मैच हो रहा है 179 का. नाउ एंटर नंबर 5. फिफ्थ इज एडिशनल कैपिटल इंट्रोड्यूस 20,000. So when they introduce additional capital, changes क्या होंगे आप में से कोई बता सकता है?
Yes, sir. So
Yes,
cash,
बताओ.
so cash will increase by 20,000 rupees and capital will also be increased by 20,000 rupees.
20,000 in cash and more 20,000 in
Capital.
यहाँ पर any. And next new question आपको. न्यू क्वेश्चन क्या बना आपके पास? 164,000, 1 lakh. Now they furniture and 15,000. Here 174,000, 1 lakh 74,000. यहाँ पर 25 हो गया 199,000. 4 plus 29, 99. 35 plus 64, 99. So equation balance दिख रहा है आपको अभी? Sixth. When you entered sixth, so what type of changes arise here? Commission received in advance. So commission received in advance, what type of impact this type of advance
Sir,
given in?
cash will increase by 2,000
Very good.
and liability by 2,000.
Liability by 2,000 or we put here advance. Advances 2,000 के स्टैंड कर जाएंगे इधर because this creates a liability. और क्योंकि एडवांस आ गया तो कैश पे 2,000 आ जाएगा. इक्वेशन में और कुछ एंट्री नहीं है तो न्यू इक्वेशन. तो न्यू इक्वेशन आपको देगा यहाँ 1,66,000 प्लस 20,000 प्लस 15,000. इधर प्लस 25,000 प्लस 2,000 हो गया तक. नाउ वी 3 left entries left. seventh entry रीड करो. पेड टू क्रेडिटर महेश इन फुल सेटलमेंट. तो महेश को फुल सेटलमेंट पे किया क्रेडिटर महेश को. कितना दिया? 22,500. सो महेश को जब फुल सेटलमेंट किया तो कैश कितने से कम हो जाएगा आपका?
22,500.
और क्या कम होगा इसमें?
My creditors will decrease by 25,000.
Yes, so
बिकॉज पूरा खर्च हो गया इसका. 25 की पेमेंट कर रहा है वो. वेरी गुड. और
Capital will increase by
हाँ बोलो.
Capital will be increased by
2,500.
2,500.
वेरी गुड. दिस इज अ राइट एंड करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. कैपिटल इंक्रीज हो जाएगा क्योंकि बढ़ गया इसका. 25,000 का सामान 22.5 में बेच दिया उसने. ठीक है. कैश कितना दिया? 2,500 का प्रॉफिट आ गया उसको. सो अगर आप देखोगे ये बैलेंस हो गया इधर 22,500, इधर नेगेटिव बैलेंस हो गया 22,500. तो इक्वेशन सेम रहेगा आपका. इक्वेशन यहाँ पर करेंगे. इक्वेशन अब क्या हो गया? 166,000 माइनस 22,500 143,500. 1 lakh प्लस 20,000 प्लस 15,000. यहाँ पर अब ये 174, 1 lakh 500. यहाँ पर अब हो जाएगा नहीं. और यहाँ पर 2000. तो आफ्टर 7 140 3500 20,000 15,000 is from asset side. And in liability side में क्या क्या शो हो रहा है आपके पास? 1,76,500 and 2,000. तो आफ्टर 7 इक्वेशन बैलेंस चल रहा है अभी भी 8. दिस ऑल्सो शोन द 8th और 9th एंट्रीज के अंदर जो इंक्लूडेड है, इसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर करते हैं. तो 9th एंट्री अगर आप चेक करोगे, सोल्ड गुड्स. नाउ गुड्स कितनी है? 15,000. सोल्ड गुड्स कॉस्टिंग 15,000 फॉर रुपीज 18,000. ठीक है.
So the cash should increase and stock would reduce by 15,000.
वेरी गुड. तो फर्स्ट एंट्री क्या करेंगे बेटा? कैश में क्या चेंज आएगा?
Cash will increase by 5,000.
Increase.
15,000 का स्टॉक जीरो हो
Decrease.
जाएगा. माइनस 15,000. वेरी गुड. और क्या?
13,000 is credited.
So debtors will be added.
And 3,000 would be the capital.
13,000 in debtors.
13,000 का डेटर आ जाएगा बिकॉज अमाउंट ड्यू हो गया बट रिसीव नहीं हुआ. डेटर आ जाएगा 13,000 का. नेक्स्ट एंट्री
And 3,000 sir capital में.
3,000 का कैपिटल में बिकॉज गेन हो गया. ठीक है. There's this particular entry. और ये एंट्री होने के बाद फिर हम इसे बैलेंस कर देंगे बिकॉज दिस रिलेट्स टू द बेसिक कंसेप्ट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग. लोगों ने कर रखा है उनके लिए रिवीजन क्लासेस करेंगे. ऐसे ही आपका नेक्स्ट क्लास होगी जो कल. तो आफ्टर दिस एंट्री व्हाट विल बी द न्यू इक्वेशन? न्यू इक्वेशन 1,48,500. राइट. फर्नीचर 20,000. नेक्स्ट नाउ एंड 13,000 का डेटर स्टैंड हो गया बिकॉज अमाउंट ड्यू है, अभी मिला नहीं इनको. यहाँ पर 1,05,000 क्रेडिटर्स कितने का स्टैंड किया हमने? क्रेडिटर इज नील. और आपके पास एडवांसेस इज फॉर रुपीज 2,000. आपका इक्वेशन 8. नाउ द लास्ट इक्वेशन 9. इक्वेशन नंबर 9, डेप्रिसिएशन ऑन फर्नीचर प्रोवाइडेड 10%. सो दिस इज अ टाइप ऑफ एक्सपेंस. तो डेप्रिसिएशन जब आप प्रोवाइड करोगे तो फर्नीचर की वैल्यू 10% इसमें कैलकुलेट करोगे तो माइनस 1,000. So depreciation cost 2,000 and we also deduct 2,000
Capital
from.
में sir 2,000.
Very good. So we also deduct 2,000 from with capital also. So then अब the final और new equation जो बनेगी आपकी final equation after entering all points. तो final equation क्या बनी? 1,48,500 का आपके पास कैश अमाउंट है. फर्नीचर की वैल्यू 18,000 है. आपके पास स्टॉक और 13,000 का 13,000 का. सो दिस साइड 1,77,500 का कैपिटल है आपके पास. बिल क्रेडिटर्स है एंड 2,000 रुपीज एडवांस है जो चलता आ रहा है. क्लियर हो गया? अब इसका टोटल करके एक बार देखो और टोटल कितना आ रहा है इसका. अगर एक बार हम करते हैं यहाँ पर.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
1,79,500.
1,79,500.
500.
यहाँ पर भी.
Hello, sir. Can you please explain step number 7 again?
Yes. कौन सा इक्वेशन है बेटा बोलो?
Sir, step number 7, paid to creditor Mahesh in full settlement.
Paid to creditor 22,500. तो सेवंथ इक्वेशन इज 22,500 क्रेडिटर को पे कर दिया, तो क्रेडिटर को पे किया इन कैश बिकॉज इट शोन इन अमाउंट रुपीज, सो इट पेड इन कैश, तो अवर कैश इज डिक्लाइंड बाय 22,500. क्लियर?
Yes, sir. But why did we add 2,500 in capital?
क्रेडिटर जो था, बिकॉज 25,000 का क्रेडिट था जिसको सेटल किया 22,500 में, दैट मीन्स दैट पर्टिकुलर वेंडर विल गेट बेनिफिटेड बाय 2,500, so capital should increase by 2,500.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Got this one. So this type of transaction is important because when we are going to start your next topic of journal entries, first, how many types of accounts and what type of contents or what type of items included in journal entry? How can you will segregate those items? Because of that prospect, you have to understand first, this is also called balance sheet equation. I hope you all understand how every entry change the scenario or change the difference between these two assets is equal to or accounting equation. But in any case, when you check the equation will be same or equation will be equal because of double entry system used in our accounting or double entry system used by Indian accounting system, right? तो आप लोग आज इसको रिवाइज कर लो एक बार, और कल से हम लोग जर्नल एंट्री का बेसिक्स करेंगे, और मे बी टुमारो अ सिंपल टाइप ऑफ जर्नल एंट्री क्वेश्चन और एग्जांपल विल बी trying to done in our tomorrow's class with 4 or 5 simple type of equations or simple type.
Sir, can you please share this question in the group?
Yes. I will also prepare collect all type of or all methods or all slides, and within 10 minutes I will share all these slides or this material into your class group. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Yes, बेटा बोलो.
सर प्रीवियस स्लाइड्स भी जो थियोरेटिकल थी ना, जिसमें कंसेप्ट्स थे, वो भी शेयर कर दीजिए.
सर सारी अकाउंट्स की जितनी भी है ना, सारी सेंड कर दो.
ठीक है बेटा, आपको मेरा एक मिनट, यहाँ मैंने बना रखा है पूरा का पूरा स्लाइड आपके लिए. ब्रिज ये दिख रहा है आपको, ये कंटेंट आपको? हेलो,
यस सर, यस सर.
ये आपके लिए फर्स्ट क्लास का, ये आपका 9 का, ये 10th का है, ये 11th का है, आज 12th का ऐड करके ये सभी आपके ग्रुप पे डाल रहा हूँ वीडियो.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है.
ताकि आप लोग कंप्लीट कर लो, बिकॉज योर क्लासेस कब से स्टार्ट हो रही है? 23rd of September से.
Yes,
So
sir. 23rd.
miss your tomorrows and day after